Hi, it's Lucy here, and today I'm going to make some masculine cards using circles and also using this collection from Uniquely Creative. It came out in August and it's called Among the Gum Trees, and they may have some more left in their store if you wanted to go and check it out if you like what I've made today, or you can use some other papers if you like, or if you have it at home, perfect. So I'm just cutting out these circles just with some of the papers that I like, and I'm cutting out more than what I probably need to make sure that I have lots of choices while I'm doing these. And this is some burlap that came in the kit as well. You can buy it separately, and the corrugated paper as well, and both of them went through my electronic die cutting machine very easily. Don't take my word for it that yours will, but you can try it. It did go through fine and cut nicely. So now I'm just going to be putting a few of the circles together and seeing what looks nice. I actually like what I did here, and I created it very quickly. And the issue that I have is that then I pulled it apart and didn't know where I had them all. And sometimes I'll take a photo if I really like it, but I thought I'll be able to put it back together pretty easily. But I do like how the end result comes out anyway. It's just a little bit different to how it looks here, and that's why a lot of the time you'll see me gluing things down without moving them so that I don't start messing with the composition too much once I like it. So I'm using a little punch there as well. Most of these were all through the dies, cutting them with the dies, but you can use a punch as well. And I'm using this beautiful thick cardstock as layering underneath. Some of them it will be as a border, but a lot of it is just to give it a really nice sturdiness. The papers are quite thick, but when I'm making these circles as the main part of this card, I just wanted them to stand out off the page without using too much foam tape. And so I find that this is a really nice way to do it as well, because then when people are looking at it on the side, they'll just see like a nice even brown border underneath it. So I'm just putting these all together, gluing most of them, and if they overlap, I do tend to try to cut them out a little bit. So with this blue one here, it's like a denim type look, and so I've just given that a bit of a cut so that I don't have to put it too far underneath the brown circle. And I'll start gluing as I'm going along to make sure that I'm happy with everything and it doesn't keep moving about. So I needed to add another layer as well to this larger barn circle, and I needed to cut a little bit off so that it could overlap nicely and sit nicer. I do find that the small ram circle was getting in the way, so I'll cut a little piece of that off as well after. So I do have more than 3 designs to show you today, because when this came out I created 4 other cards with this collection, and so I do show those at the end if you stay tuned as well. But I've done 3 using this sort of circles and trying to create some different cards. They don't look the same at all, but just to give you some ideas, because most of you have got circle dies, and if you don't, you can always use some cups and any sort of circular things and trace around them and then cut them out. They don't have to be a perfect circle, and you'll see a bit later as well, I rough them up even. I shouldn't say rough them up, but I do some doodling, which kind of makes them, not look quite so perfect. Because on a card like this as well, it doesn't matter if they're not perfect circles. Whereas, certain designs it's better to have the dies or punches to do the work for you. So I'm just putting some foam tape on some of these just to give them different heights and layer them up. It's got some texture with the corrugated paper and the burlap. And yeah, it just gives it a nice look, I think. I hope you like this card. I'm just going to add some green gems to it just to finish it off, and hopefully you like how this one turned out. So that's just adding some circles to a card front, really. I have used, these are fairly new from Uniquely Creative as well. I'm on their design team, so most of my products always come from there. They have the most unbelievably great products, so yeah, most of the time have a look on their website if there's something that you like, but I will put them in the description below as well. I'll put a link to their store and also to that die and this collection in case you're interested after. So yeah, I'm just scribbling around it. I don't want it too neat. You can use a ruler, but for cards like this, I think it looks better if it's a little bit scruffy. So here's another card I made for, this time for my brother-in-law. I used the other part of the wheel there and just a different way of using the circles and adding the papers on a little bit differently. And this one, my husband and I met 30 years ago on Monday, and so I thought I might make him a little card too with a lock and key, like he has the key to my heart. And yeah, so I put these circles on the side, and those papers were actually scraps, and so I decided to put them on like that. And here's the other cards that I made using this kit. It's absolutely gorgeous for masculine cards, and I really hope you've enjoyed having a look at these and got some ideas. I'd love to hear it if you have. I do love reading the comments and seeing that I get new subscribers and people liking them. So I hope you've had a great start to 2023 and get a lot of crafting done this year, and hopefully you'll come back to my channel. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.